Hello, you're welcome once again. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. I'm glad that you've joined us. We are going to be discussing a very pertinent topic today about parenting in this generation. How do we manage to parent millennials? We've been faced with a lot of challenges, for example, shifts in our society and the things that are going on around us with a lot of technology and a lot of busyness. Most of us as parents, we are leaving our children to be raised by the society and all the things that are going on. So in this video today, I've been joined by two wonderful ladies, amazing mothers, God-fearing mothers, to discuss this topic, how we're going to go about raising our children to see that they grow up into great and wonderful citizens of the nation. My far left is an amazing lady called Sandra, but I'll let her introduce herself. You're welcome, Sandra.
Thank you, Beatrice. Hello, everyone. My name is Mrs. Lubanga Sandra. I've been married for 12 years. God has blessed me with 3 children, and I have one coming. That's amazing. So I thank God. I've really enjoyed the journey of parenting the children, the journey of marriage. I'm a graduate. I did a bachelor's degree in social sciences at Macquarie University, and I'm a social worker. Right now I work as an administrator and a mother. For some time I took a full-time job as a mother, and
Great.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Wow, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And on my right, we have Karine. You're welcome. I'll let her introduce herself.
Wow, thank you, Beatrice. Hello, everyone. Hi, the viewers. We are glad to be in this space. My name is Karine Nyine. I'm married. I've been married for 9 years. God has blessed us with 4 children. I have one teenager and the other ones are young. So I know when you talk about parenting, we can share something. And right now I'm at UMI, Uganda Management Institute. I'm doing my MBA. I'm on my final year, so pray for me, friends there. Yes. Right now I work as the programs officer at Rahab Uganda. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome, Karine. Yes, my friends, as we talked about this topic earlier on. How do we manage to raise our children in this fast-running world? The things are running so fast. Some of that, you're seeing social media, all these things are going on. We are having parents regretting, finding out that their children are having several kinds of vices. I think are we doing enough as parents to parent these millennials? We are seeing the world is running so fast, the audios that are going on our social media platforms. Children have become, I don't know what we are parenting. Do you think that we are doing enough? A lot of vices in the children. As parents, do you think we have gaps? And if we do, what are we supposed to do really?
Yeah, Beatrice, of course, there's no smooth journey. Yes, there's no smooth journey. For us who are Christians, we see in the Bible, if you're to read, you see even Jesus never had a smooth journey, yet his calling was particular. It was anointed. So even parenting, we have gaps, of course. We have gaps, but there's something that we can do. We cannot be negative as if we did not bring these children here. The Bible says that children are gifts, so we're blessed with gifts. So there is something that you can do, me and you. So Beatrice, there are gaps, of course, but there is something that we can do, and that's why we are here to share experiences and see how best we can bring up these children.
Yeah. So Sandra, what are some of those things that you think that we can do?
Me as a Christian mother, by the way, I didn't tell you about myself. I also teach Sunday school. I'm a Sunday school teacher. And the first thing I'm supposed to tell you, we need to train these children to fear God. When children get to know to fear God, somehow, even when they go into the world, they have that. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 22, verse 6, train up a child in a way that you want them to grow, so that when they grow, they shouldn't depart away from it. So we as parents, we really need to fight so hard, because when you don't train your child, someone there out is training them. This fellow, I'm a Christian, I don't want to divert so much, but there are so many religions, like for example, where my children go to school, so many there. So you as a Christian mother, train up your child. They shouldn't depart. Create time to read the Bible, create time to teach those morals, create time to instill them what does God want of them. In case they find challenges, in case someone is telling them something, what is God saying? what is good? Have they prayed about it? Teach them to pray. Teach them to read for themselves the word so that they get to know, when I find this challenge, when my friend tells me we steal this pencil, what does the Bible say about stealing? Is stealing really good? Is abusing really good? Is backbiting the teacher really good? Is spending time on tablets and what? Is it really good? So we need really to teach our children the fear of the Lord. Because even the Bible tells us the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So we need to equip our children with that.
And I want our viewers to know that this platform is purely Christian. It's purely Christian. And so the views that are being shared here are kind of biased, I would say, because they are going to be biased to the Christian side. One of the things that I've been forced to talk to my children about, and whoever parent is out there, you realize that there was, even currently the university students, we are having videos, audios going on about children being initiated into homosexuality. As wives to great men of God, as wives who have been called into ministry to serve God, this is one of the platforms we are going to talk about things that are not supposed to be as though they are not supposed to be. We are not going to smear some oil on some things to allow them grow because people think that they are corrupt. Of recent, an audio came out and someone was saying that agents have been sent, even in our churches themselves, to initiate our children into homosexuality. About 2 years ago, I think a year in the pandemic, I was forced to start talking to my children about homosexuality, and they would ask questions, Mommy, what does that mean? And also teaching them that you are not supposed to be touched. Do you know bad touches? Remember at school, they already yes, they are told about the bad touches, but they are not taught that a bad touch can also come from your fellow girl.
Yes,
a bad touch can also
from a boy.
Yes,
yet these days it is the vice versa.
Yes,
that was
so
good,
in helping them to equip them to know that, do you know that God does not want, God created man and woman to have a relationship and sex, like talking to them about sex openly. And Mommy, what is sex? Like explaining to them. I remember by that time, I think the youngest was around 3.5.
Yes, actually that is the right age right now. 3 years. You try to teach your child.
Yes.
You try to teach them. Because now that the social media thing, the boy was initiated at 6 years by a neighbor. So 3 years, they understand. You tell them, not touching your susu, not touching your breast, not touching, if it's a boy, you tell them like this part, no one should touch it apart from you. Daddy or mommy. Even you try to balance it up. Even maybe another thing, we need to teach even our children how to bathe themselves.
Yes.
Because even the maids we bring home, you don't know, agents are everywhere.
I think that point comes in so much in the fear of God that you've been talking about. If a child knows that this is sin, I have reverence to offer to my God, then they will not allow it.
They will not.
So what else, Karine, do you think that we should emphasize as we grow the millennials?
Another thing I want to bring out, especially now that this page is Christian, we are sorry and we are not going to hide that. We have to keep the candle up. We are Christians. Stable marriages. Friends, my friend who is out there, think about your marriage. The more you don't have a stable marriage, friends, you will not be able to bring out these children in the right way. Remember, they need the father's touch and they need your touch as a mother. This system where women, I'll talk about myself, because even where I work, we work with girls, independent women, activists. So we are trying hard to preach the gospel of being submissive, the gospel of being, knowing the fact that you're called to be a wife.
Yes.
You're called to be under someone. So friends, let us fight for our marriages. Leave the monies that you earn, leave your professions, wherever I don't know how the Lord has blessed you in that area, but kindly fight for your marriage so that you have a stable marriage. Because these children, they need their father, they need you. So work out every day, everything that you think that will fail your marriage. Don't give the devil. As I tell my friends, my girlfriends, don't open a door for the devil. If it means to stop quarreling, friend,
do it.
Bambi, do it. If it means being submissive more, I mean, do something. Fight till you feel like your marriage is stable, till when you feel this man in the house feels, yes,
I'm the man.
I am the man. I am the head. So that, because he's the head, it is the truth. It is the truth. For us as Christians, now we know it is the truth. So fight. Is it what? What is that? I will not mention, because you know it.
Exactly
Even
what
me,
you're going
I know the snake in my house. That is the snake that you have to fight. Hit. Hit.
Because after all, that snake is
Yes.
after your children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
After your
Beatrice.
children.
He is not after anyone. After your generation.
Yes.
What will you show, madam? What will you show, sir, who is watching us? So, whatever that we are doing, let's fight for a stable marriage.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Beatrice.
so much, Karine. I hope that has reached home the way it's supposed to reach, because apparently there was a time I was going through a hard time in my marriage, and one of my mentors, the question that they asked me made me freeze and rethink whatever I was thinking.
Yes.
He told me that, so do you know what they call selfishness? That's the question they say.
That is that thing.
You're being
Beatrice.
selfish.
Yes.
So in this thing, you're caring about yourself only. You're not remembering that in this picture there are other people also in
have
here.
a
You have
generation.
children.
Yes.
You have a generation to guard. And me, how I've managed to help stabilize my marriage, whenever I stand and I remember that my brother's children call me auntie. At church, I'm
People
a
call
women's
you mommy.
leader. The feminists, they say all that doesn't matter. What matters is your happiness.
No. By the way, what women we forget, we were created to be helpers of men. We are not the leaders. So we normally tend to forget. You know, the feminists, okay, it came to empower women, but somehow it has led to,
also a snake.
to unstable marriages.
Yes.
It has led to divorce. It makes women feel.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we were talking with my friend when we were coming here. You know, you feel like you have the money, you have the car, you have the fuel, you have everything. When you're going out, you don't need to ask your husband, I'm moving out. The children these days, you just tell them, what you guys do want? Pizza? What? You order for them, Jimmy brings, you leave them, you go. You don't have time for them. And then your husband will be...
Then you inform Mister, me, I'm not around today. I'm not around today. And you're like, where are you going? Oh, no, we have a shower.
You know?
Friend, that is a snake that is eating our
because you
next
feel
generation.
empowered, yeah?
And your children are watching.
Yes.
And for her, she leaves home when she's...
And exactly what you're doing is what they're going to be doing in their marriages.
Good.
Have you realized that all of us are wives, but the things that we are doing in our homes are the things that we saw our parents do? If you grew up with your grandmother, you saw them do what you're doing, partly the positive,
Yes.
and also the negative.
And the negative, they match together.
Yes,
they match together.
Yes.
So
unless
friends,
when you have the spirit of the Lord that says, I'm leaving the negative, I'm picking the positive.
And intentional.
And yes, you need to be intentional to leave the negative.
So members, as you've heard, let's stabilize our marriages, our relationships with our husbands, so that our children can grow up in a whole family, in a whole home, so that they can be able to, to grow up as whole children. It helps them thrive, and it will help us palliate these millennials. So the other thing that I've realized is, like from what we've been talking about, you're going for a shower, we are not creating enough time for our children. Do you know that we were saying behind the scene that we take our children for outing, but you'll take them, they sit on the swing, you sit on your phone.
Bring it up.
You sit on your phone, like you really. Then when they see you driving them back home, they are from.
They had the fun.
They had the fun.
They had the fun.
But they did not
take
interact.
time. Yes.
They did
You're
not
right,
interact.
Beatrice, you are right.
There's something that I introduced of recent. It's called dates. I date my children.
Wow.
And actually, this Sunday is Serene's date.
Wow.
So, in those dates, I intentionally, it is hitting two birds with one stone. You're going to go, now this Sunday, we have to go and shop for books. Okay, reading books, because that is where wisdom is kept. And I'm learning these things from various people that I see, and also incorporating in mine. So as we shop for books, I remember vividly every moment I spent with my father. My father died when I was 8 years, but you can't imagine how much those 8 years have shaped my life. So how about we are crushed but not, we are broken but not crushed? Okay? And so it means for us we can even bring up children who are even better than us.
Exactly.
So when we are talking about the issue of creating time, be in the moment. If you say today it is, your baby's time, whether they are all of them are together, pay attention to them. And this comes with the help of the Spirit, whereby God intentionally, when I'm coming back home these days, I come back knowing that I have over 30 minutes to sit, but you can't imagine the stories I'm hearing. And long ago, that was not the way I was parenting. I was parenting in a way that was selfish. When I come back, I'm tired. Mommy, guys, I'm tired. I'm not creating time. Off to my bedroom. They knock, I don't open. But right now, the intentionality in creating time, parents should know that these children need time.
Yes.
Just as you take off time to go to your girl's bridal shower, take off some time to be with your boys alone, to be with your girls alone, to date them.
I like the word dating. Dating my children.
I got it from... It's very recent. It's very fresh in our marriage, in our family, because I got it recently from Pastor Senyonga's daughter. Pastor Senyonga, you've done a great job in parenting your children. Wow, I commend you. I commend you. And so the girl on her wedding speech, she said that my dad took me for a date. I was like, okay. And he opened up the door for me. Then he took me for a movie. I was like, I'm hearing. So I was like, okay. So
no phone.
They talked, and that was long ago. But as she was getting married, she remembered that moment. That however much daddy was busy pastoring, he gave us time. And so because of what I saw, how this girl has come out, I know I can do even better than that.
Yes, and the other is a senior pastor. And the other is creating. Actually, one thing I also learned from my pastor, she keeps telling us, now when you get home, we are a busy world. We are all corporate mothers. We are all working. The dad is working, the mom is working. But when you get home, put the phones away. Put the laptops away. If you know now this is time for Jedediah, give Jedediah his 30 minutes. Get to know how have you been? How have you eaten? What have you done? How was the playing? Did you play the football? Did you do this? So that you give them, there is that interaction that helps you to build. Other things of like what we are doing, shutting the room and what, man.
And you're going to reap what you sow. Have you seen children who grow up after some time, like 30s and so on? They're like, mommy is sick, mommy needs our time, mommy, I don't have time because you sowed it.
That's what you
because you sowed it. Because we in our family intentionally ask our children, how was your day? Serene, how was your day? Okay, what were the roses? What were the thorns? Do you know that Serene asks, even you can hear her asking the dad, we'll be back, daddy.
How was your day?
How was your day? What was good? Okay. Thank you. Did you have a great day? Because you're sowing it. But imagine if they grow up knowing that you don't give them time, they will give...
You don't ask.
Yeah, they'll give that back to you when you grow old.
I want to add on something, creating time. Maybe you don't have the money is to date, because dating requires. So, but there is this simple thing that we do at home. It's we call it a family sale. Okay, like family altar. Before we start the altar, we usually ask, Maya, tell us, how was your day? Mommy, my day. Then you note it. Okay, there was something. Then after the sale, you go back. Now explain. So that question, how are you? How is the going? How are you managing it? It is very, very, very key. Now that I have a teenager, that last one I ask, how are you managing it? So you always see, because maybe the dating is hard, but at least at home, ask. Be intentional, create that time and ask, how was your day at school? Maybe you did not pick them. So spending time with our children is really going to help us.
And in so doing, you're creating open children. They'll be able to tell you anything. They are already waiting. I can't wait for mommy to come back. I know she will give me time.
I'll tell her.